This is the newest, most exciting entertainment show in town.
Talk about authentic and raw conversations,
fun and educative segments,
trending topics,
celebrity checks,
books and authors,
Q&A. Join me, LAVIN, NYAGOWA and HAZEL NJERU every Tuesdays and Saturdays from 3 to 4 p.m. only on The Unfiltered. Get informed on what is happening in our political scenes and people who are making headlines in different parts of the country and the world, right here at TAS TV. Join me, LAVIN NYAGOWA, as I bring to you weekly news highlights that are factual every Friday at 4 o'clock. See you then.
Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys, I go by the name Rainams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho na nipimia, na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia, hapa Shensta the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love I don't fake it too. Kumenya mawazo makuu nani anadera shule warutani wakuu
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm Afri Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.
Welcome to TAS Media Institute, the home of undiscovered talents. You will be trained by professionals who have a passion in what they do. Do not be left behind. Enroll now and become a pioneer of TAS Media Institute. We are located at Neema Plaza, 2nd floor along Kenyatta Highway in Thika Town. Life can sometimes take unexpected turns, and this family's story is no exception. When a gas explosion completely changed the course of their living, Mr. Joseph Lual and his family have been forced to face unimaginable hardships. But even in this phase of adversity, they have managed to persevere with so much resilience. And as the saying goes, adversity introduces you to yourself. Let's get the story of Mr. Joseph and his family.
So welcome to the first episode of Brain Busters. My name is Mwangi Dominic. Lotko barabara ya MKU. Tunauliza maswali tatanishi.
At TAS Mass Media Institute will let you discover your talent. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on that particular time that you get to watch this amazing episode. Karibuni sana to today's episode, and as always, you're beautiful girls looking to serve you tea, juice, and everything that you need to know. You need to get updated and just get to understand what exactly is happening upper in the country, not just here in Kenya, but also internationally. That's why we get to sit here every Tuesday. Karibuni sana, kama kawaida. My name is LAVIN NYAGOWA.
And I'm HAZEL NJERU. Kama kawaida kwetu mambo ni matatu. Peke yake. We entertain,
we educate,
and we motivate.
We motivate.
Yeah?
Manze.
Ni matatu tu peke yake.
Just 3.
And we make sure we fill in all those dockets to the first segment, which is top trend, and then movies, and then we have the books and authors, and then we have questions where, you know, kama sisi vile tuna educate you also get educated.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, we both get to benefit from this. So karibuni sana, we're really happy to see you for this
specific episode.
Yes, because guys, you know, it's reaching an year of the unfiltered.
Yay! We're celebrating 1 year.
At least, I think once in my life, naweza sema niko na anniversary. Okay, twice in my life.
No. Please tell us the truth.
But anyway, don't forget to follow us on our socials as we are celebrating today, being the 1 year of the Unfiltered.
Yeah.
Don't forget to follow us on our socials. That is Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at HazTV_KE. Right now we are live on YouTube. Kama kawaida, don't forget to hit that subscription button and notification button so that you can get to be notified when our shows and other shows come up. And Facebook is HazTV. Our website is www.haztv.co.ke.
All right. So while at it, remember that this episode is courtesy of the Smart Shopper. On today's episode, we focus on this amazing driller that is rechargeable. One thing about it, it's rechargeable. Goes for 15,000 Kenya shillings, and you can use it for up to 10 hours. Kama bado, once battery ko full, you can use it for that period, and you get to use it to drill mchanga, to drill the woods, depending on just anything that you honestly want to drill. It will serve you, you know. Yes, yeah. So that is our main focus. You can call the number 0798154042 to make your order. We only have this one remaining in stock peke yake. So all the others zimekuwa sold out. Just hurry up kabla orders ziishe before we get to finally restock. So without wasting so much time, I think it's that moment that you get straight into the first segment of the day,
which is Top Trends.
Exactly. Hata kabla tuanze kuongea, there's this thing that has been trending. I don't know if you got to see it, but SPMBers were interviewing this MP. What is his name? Salasia.
Paul Salasia.
Peter Salasia. Yes. And then swali ilikuwa, kindly tell us what is happening today at KICC. Tell me why this person has a lot of theory. And then akona audacity ya kwenda pale Twitter criticize those who are criticizing him. Kusema kwendeni huko na kizungu zenu. I cannot really remember the exact words he used, but it was something revolving around that.
I mean, you can simply explain in Swahili.
Yeah, just explain in Swahili.
I don't know language in Kiswahili, actually the top, and then English.
Yes. But kitu funny ni, even with English, we still couldn't get what exactly you're telling us about this, whatever is happening at KICC. So what does that tell us?
Where did Mombasa come from?
Kwa history yote.
He asked why Mombasa is so cold. Normally Mombasa is so cold at night.
Why is Mombasa cold?
The heat is so hot. Mombasa is known to being hot. Ice in a melt. the sun melts the ice. And I was like, kuna ice Mombasa kweli?
Stories zote zilikuwa za nini? I think the thing is, and I'm really happy that it's our president who's like on the forefront, just to make sure that yeye ndo amebeba hiyo cross, because tell me if our leader was the one pale mbele, what could have happened, guys? So it's all about just get to understand, get to learn something. That is why strive to learn something every day. Every day, because at least the thing is, angekuwa najua the climate summit, the African Climate Summit 2023 ndo inafanyika pale KICC. Just go and read about the climate summit, because imefanyika just so because you know you are a leader and you don't know where journalists are going to find you. And they'll just request you and you'll have to say something if you allow them. But haina haja uende pale ukubali ukue interviewed and then you say, hey,
first of all, why are you attending an event that you know nothing
about?
Like, I know I would, if I was invited to such an event, I would first like, kitu na invite you.
What is it about?
Unaweza pata kuna some questions, ama networking with people, and they need you to be like, you know, you have to be
at least on the same page.
At least watu wakiongelea kitu uko like,
usibaki
sasa haya ni mambo gani, you at least get to know that some of these things usiachwe nyuma. We get to, people know us by how our minds operate, by our intellects, by how intelligent we are. These things are so, if one thing I think the one thing besides looks that attracts people ni intellect ya mtu. Like how, please, before you do these things, especially because you are a leader, no kenye unaenda kufanya.
Okay, so that aside, we needed just to start with that, because that aibu we couldn't stand. Anyway, on to the first story of the day. So this has actually been trending. If you're a fan of, Moshaneza Instagram, then probably you've met this on Nairobi Gossip. So there's this mom who's disagreeing with the daughter, and I just want us to take this moment and listen to a bit of this conversation between the mother and the daughter. I don't know whether they're arguing or they're fighting or they're talking, but please
listen.
Let's just listen first.
Amdaku ananga akili, ndio maana amekonda hivi.
Endea bwana yako. Shinda hapo unaenda na mabwana za wenyewe. Kwanza wenye wana pesa.
Wewe hata kuniongelesha hivyo.
Mimi usiniambie.
Wewe hata kuniongelesha hivyo wewe. Unajua mimi ni mama yako. Wewe unajua wakati ulizaliwa madaktari walicheka. Walikuwa wamejua nimezaa shetani. I think no wonder they laughed. Shetani walicheka.
Ni bora urudi kwa bwana yako.
Nirudi kwa bwana yako nini? Sirudi kwa mtu alinichiti.
Sasa ukujisumbua na bwana za wengine. Atarudi kwa mtu alikuchiti. Wewe uko na yeye, anaweza cha bibi yake juu yako.
Unaongeaje koi?
Au usinilepe. Kwanza wana majonga wambia kunangia mdomo yake. Mimi kesho akiniongelesha hivyo tena tunapatana.
Wewe umenikosea heshima hata kama amadai amenikosea heshima, wewe umenikosea zaidi. Mimi zingine sitakuja kuongea na mama yako. Na niambie unaniambia nini? Unajua anachitingi kwa nini? Ama unajua anaendaka na hao wanaume kwa nini? Kama afio unakulanga nini unakunywanga nini?
Sasa nazagani nikule chakula za wanaume na simamisho na
kwa nini sasa unakula nini mama? Unakula nini?
Na sokera mdhuri huo.
Mdhuri kwa ndo soke. Mimi kwa babako. Rudi kwa babako wiki moja ukarudi.
Mimi
na kwa babako wiki moja ukarudi. Ukakaa huko kwa babako. Ukakaa huko kwa babako huko. Ulienda ukarudi wiki moja umerudi. Mimi sitaki kukaa na mama ya kamba. Mimi sitaki kukaa na mama ya kamba. Mimi najuanga nzuri kwa maisha yako wewe.
Usinilete. Mimi ajuanga sema na bwana za wenyewe.
Wewe.
Wewe
unaonekana mboro hapa mwenye mrefu mkonda.
Sio. Mbora bibi yake ni wambali, unaenda tu hadi next door. Hapa next door. Mama muini unaenda na bwana mama muini. Nilitolewa siku kwa babu.
Anakuambia uninyamazie wewe.
Nilitolewa kwa babu jamani, ninakula ni hadi kwa babu.
Nirale.
Bibi yangu nipigie babangu ndio kwanza uko.
Unashinda ukipigia babako si ulienda wiki moja ukarudi. Si ungeenda huko ufunzwe adabu na mama akambo pate akili.
Haezi.
Mafia kuna mama hizi atatainio ujinga yako unakuanga naye.
Wako siku entertain. Wewe bora wachana na mabwana za wenyewe.
Una wako nimechukua. Hata huyo mama Joy, huyo bwanake anaweza nilisha. Anaweza hata kugumisha gari kai.
Akina vile ni mlezi. Hadi uangaliange unaangaza.
Unamuuliza unaona kama anaweza niendesha mimi?
Wewe unaendanga naje?
Yaani unakwambia nenda naye.
Ai,
utakuwa unasikiliza mshana za watu uko na unaziamini. Si hata upatie mama yako heshima.
Mwambiange si ni best yako. Mwambiange asijaribu kunisomesha. Kesho kunisomesha na watu sinyi wote.
Well, guys, let's start here. This baby or this girl is traumatized, not just from one party, but from both parties. Second, I don't think it is right for a mom to have such an argument with
their child
or their children, because unaonyesha mtoto nini. And then 3, from what the child is saying, there are things that you're doing mbele ya mtoto that should not happen.
And then you go ahead to say madaktari walikuwa wanacheka.
You see,
wow,
there are certain things that do not make sense, and when we start to look at these things from that perspective, si poa, because kama mtoto anakuongelesha hivyo, meaning this child has seen enough and she's now ready to face you like a woman mwenzako.
Yeah, because let's make this clear. From the beginning, you have been treating that child as the woman mwenzako.
Yeah.
You haven't been treating her as your child.
Your child.
Honestly, she's mini mamako, you know. I don't think that child has grown to see that woman as
that
the
side
mom.
of, yeah.
Because sababu she's complaining about the dad side, Mama Kambo, not treating her right. His side pia, anaona mamake akiwa just all over. And it's very, very, very sad because sababu you can tell it didn't start saizi.
Yeah.
Jukama ni saizi. Right now, me, I'm old enough to be like, you know, it's your choices, you know. I'm not going to let your choices affect me.
Yeah.
You can tell it's from kitambo, ikitu, from the root, from the foundation, and she's been growing with it.
Yeah.
You know, fiki a point, I can't imagine talking to my mom like that. And that's because she hasn't brought me in a way that I can talk to her like that.
Yeah.
Or I haven't, even as much as we've seen things, I'm a trouble, you know, hardships and everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't get to that point because she's also played her role as a mom to me, right?
Yes.
You know, there's people I think tend to forget that as much as you're going through something in life, you also have this part of playing as a mom or as a parent.
Yeah.
And you have to play it right. Ingine ni sawa, wacha lakini hii part, you decide to be a parent. The minute you decide to bring a child into this world, you decide to have this responsibility, and you shouldn't be looking back. This is any responsibility. Huwezi fanya hivi.
Yeah.
Just from the minute alitoka na honor the world.
Yes.
So
and I also feel like as a parent you need to create a safe space for your children.
Yes.
So this does not necessarily have to be now because things zimeenda vile zimeenda, you let your children also see these things. You have that, venye tu Hazel amesema, you have that responsibility to make sure that huyu mtoto is protected from anything and everything that might cause trauma. And that is why you find watu wana grow up, watu wako na mommy issues, they have daddy issues, simply because of things that could have been avoided right from a very tender age. Mtoto akiwa mdogo. Ni zile vitu alikuwa anaona ndo baadaye anakuja kuziproject, because to her those are very normal things.
Yes. And mind you, it's okay for things to happen. It's okay for things to happen and the child to see. Okay, some things are like they're inevitable. Like you can't
run away from them.
Yeah, you can't run away from them.
Yeah.
But how you talk to this child, ama how you manage this situation and handle it with your child, that's what matters.
Exactly.
So the minute maybe ume rub it off and then umeacha mtu and lafu like mtu ako all confused, haelewi, ataanza kubuild vitu kwa kichwa yake. Like hata yeye ataanza kuwa like kama hivi ndo anakuanga hata mimi,
kwa kumaanisha ni kitu right, kwa sababu most children grow up looking at what their parents do.
Exactly.
And the moment anaona mzazi anafanya hii kitu, ako like okay, so hii kitu ni sawa, so it's okay. So they grow up doing the same things, and then you as a parent unaanza kuuliza mbona unajifanya hivi, mbona this and this is happening, not knowing wewe ndio ulionyesha mtoto hivyo. I know that this group of people wenye watakuja kusema that is not my responsibility, it is your responsibility, because uliamua kukuwa na huyu mtoto, take care of that baby to the last bit of his or her life.
Yes.
Unless otherwise tuseme probably he or she gets married and now that switches, but again bado ni mtoto wako at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it's really sad that such things are still happening kwa century tu kwa saizi.
And shout out to every parent that is strong enough to, you know, as much as they're going through things, they'll always protect their children.
Yeah, and they'll stand
shout
up.
out. Like, that takes so much strength and so much, it takes so much, you know, but they, at the end of the day, they still do it and they are still there. Kumaanisha, you are also capable of, you know, doing that. But anyway, we hope that at some particular point the girl is going to be all right, or they're both going to be okay, you know, mend their relationship, you know, they're still alive and well, so it's very, very much possible. So anyway.
Okay, let's go on to the next story.
Yes, we moved to a couple in Ohio. Ohio is in America. Couple on a scandal. Ohio was the top. Ohio was the top mentioned. Isn't it Angola states?
Yes.
Yeah, so couple who share the same birthday give birth to twins on the same day that they share their birthday.
So it's one big family
one
big party with one big cake. What an amazing way to celebrate your birthday. Sasa hakuna budget mingi, budget ya siku moja peke yake.
Keki moja. Alafu keki ni moja.
Mimi niko na swali, watu wanainvitiwa kwa hii birthday. Kila mtu anakuja na zawadi ya kila mtu.
Allah.
Yeah, I want.
But I think that's nice. Una spend once on, you know, like nivo.
And it's mara moja too.
But also at the same time, I'm like, it's also not nice. So we know if you're we have different seasons in life. Maybe in a year.
Yes.
Now utapata una go through some tough things this season, maybe the family is going through some tough things, and sometimes celebrating things inaweza kuwa like a good relief. So imagine just celebrating once in that particular year. You know,
like bado kuna Christmas, kuna happy New Year,
kuna maybe
Christmas kwa na Good Friday.
As in, this is more personal. You know, Christmas and New Year's ni kila mtu anashare.
Exactly.
You know, birthdays we don't all share. Hata kama utapata unashare na mtu, you won't be on the same, like,
you're not relatives.
Yeah,
probably
not relatives. You're just probably friends out and celebrate now your family or your other friends, and I'll be here with my family or my other friends. But
again, I feel like you see now that ni wazazi and then they're the kids and then they share the birthday on the same day.
Yeah.
So parents will tend to focus more on how the kids will feel and forget about that
themselves.
It's also their birthday.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you have to choose you. Hata kama ni wazazi, choose to take care of yourself first, because if you are okay, your kids are okay.
Going to be okay, yeah.
And there's this meme nilionanga, I read some time back about as a family, you need a happy mother, not it's something in that line. You need a happy mother and not just like the mom has to be okay first. She has to be happy first before having to take care of everyone.
I mean, nature of a woman is to be like to nurture the kids, to nurture the home, to grow the home. Like that's nature. You know, as much as we say we're going to be independent women working out there, that's still our nature. It's us. We are supposed to care of our children. We're supposed to care of our husbands. All that. As much as we go and get our own bags and everything, it's still in us. Like that's what we were from the beginning. That's what we are. So. Yeah, a happy woman is a happy home.
Yes. And happy birthday to them when they get to celebrate their first birthday.
Yeah, all together.
Anyways, away from that, we have Abigail Combo has been crowned as Miss Earth Kenya, and so now she's going to represent Kenya in the 23rd Miss Earth competitions that are yet to happen in Vietnam.
Wait.
So first of all, Miss Joangi's competitions hufanywa lini? Jana sionangi, or is it because I'm not in the siko kwa hiyo industry? But again, it's something it's something that is supposed to be out there for the public.
Actually, I didn't even know this, like there's Miss Earth, as in, I think kuna
Mimi najua Miss World Kenya peke
na
yake.
Miss Tourism, you know, I don't know.
There
I think
is-
they are more louder. I don't know.
On their side,
Yeah.
fun like to the but I feel like the general public pia tunafaa kukua aware just so we support
we
where
support
we can.
our own.
Because you see now she's going to represent the whole of Kenya. So Kenyans have to come in to support. But utasupportaje kitu yenye uelewi?
By the way, I mean, I think this thing should be, you know, really out there, especially right now that we have social media.
They should be so loud about it.
People and get support.
Ama probably they were just loud. Ni sisi tu we didn't get
Maybe
the memo.
But you know, I'm pretty sure kuna watu wengi pia hawako wanajua. Right now with the way social media iko, we can support from wherever we are. As much as ako Vietnam, so
yes,
we
guys,
wish her
and
all the
congratulations
best.
to her, by the way.
Yes. Now we move to our last story of the day, where Sarah Hassan celebrates her 35th birthday. Even
She
Sarah
looks
Hassan.
so young.
I know.
Hakai 35. I mean, she's pretty though.
Yeah, now that's a stress-free life. Okay, not more of a stress-free, it's more of taking care of yourself. You know, you can, I think tukisema stress-free life inamaanishanga to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
As much as kuna honga na mambo inaendelea.
Mambo mingi. Because at the end of the day, hakuna mtu anakuanga sawa 100%.
Yes.
And hakuna mtu akosangi shida. So leo unaweza pata today, maybe wewe mahali uko you don't have money. Mtu mwingine ye hana pahali pa kulala, mtu mwingine hana food. So people have different problems. Zote zinakuanga at the same time. Ni the same tuna hii theory ya today somebody is getting married, today somebody is falling sick for the first time, today somebody has died, today somebody is being given birth to.
Yeah.
So it's more of your cycle pia. So hakunanga mtu hananga shida. And the fact that celebrating, lakini hii mwezi pia iko na nini, iko na birthdays za makelebo wengi.
Like the Queen Bee herself, she turns 42. I mean,
imagine.
Have you seen also how she looks like? I mean, she doesn't look like she's in her 40s.
Yeah.
She looks like she's in her mid-20s.
It's about taking care of yourself. And by the way, watu wanakuanga wame underestimate skincare. Wewe. It's very important.
Don't. Okay,
it's very important.
I think it's very important. Like it helps you age vizuri, like fine wine, you know? And also, I mean, the way we underestimate workouts.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Atina workout for nini?
For what?
For what? These things keep your skin.
They keep you fit.
And your skin ikuwa sawa and your bones zikuwa so strong. You know, when the time unafika your age. And it says unaweza angalia someone, like you can look at someone who's in 42 years old and Beyonce 42.
Yeah.
And I tell you,
they're not on the same page.
Like you wouldn't think, you know, taking care of yourself is very important. I mean, for appearance. I mean, me, I know I will. It's okay if you don't, but I advise you to.
It's all on you.
Anyway, that is all we had for you for today on Top Trends.
Yeah.
And we are going to go into movies, you know, kama kawaida. Kwanza leo, our producer said
the theme
is sports.
It's sports.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yes, guys, like we said, the theme is a sport. So any movie that has a little bit of sport in it, that is what we are handling today.
Yeah.
So the first movie of the day is White Men Can't Jump. It has comedy, it has drama, and of course, vile theme inasema, it has a bit of sport in it. And this one talks about basketball. So it's a remake of the 1992 film about a pair of basketball hustlers who team up to earn extra cash. So if you're a fan of basketball, if you're a fan of NBA, if you're a fan of Michael B. Jordan, kama uko kwenye njia ya kina LeBron and any other person that you know, if in short, kama we ni fan wa bake, this is a good one for you.
Yeah. And the next one is called Sweetwater. It's a biography drama sport, obviously. And still basketball. I think
producer anapenda basketball. Tunafaa kuona behind the scenes so we understand what is happening.
Yeah, so hey, hata hii ni basketball, so Hall of Famer Nat Sweetener Clifton makes history as the first African American to sign an NBA contract, forever changing how the game of basketball is played. So this is based on true events, true life events of, you know, the ever evolving African American basketball players and how they have involved and how they have changed the game, you know. Over time. And honestly, I've never really sat hivi chini nikona game ya basketball, but I think this one, it looks really, really interesting. And you can actually just tell, as in, I think from here you'd understand how basketball rolls, you know. So if you know, kama kawaida, if you're a fan, Sweetwater is another one to watch.
Okay, so the third one we have Air. Air also has a bit of drama in it, and it talks about the history of sports marketing executive Sonny Vaccaro and how he led Nike in its pursuit of the greatest athlete in the history of basketball, Michael Jordan. So it's basically about agencies, marketing agencies zinachukuanga watu, or they start managing people. So this one focuses more on Michael Jordan because niye walikuwa namtafuta in this specific movie. So it talks about him, how he got to work with him, and where they are up until today. So it's a good one as well.
Yes, and until the old school movie review, at least to make your animation, but still on the spot, but still actually echo on basketball. So yeah. It's a different one. It's called Rumble 2021 animation comedy family. So in a world where monsters wrestling is a global sport and monsters are superstar athletes, teenage Winnie seeks to follow in her father's footsteps by coaching a lovable underdog monster in a champion league. Kuna haka ka teenager, and the father used to be a coach, and they're monsters who are wrestlers. So there's an underdog, and you know, she's like, you know, I'm going to train you to be a champion. And now when the training is over, you know, there's that big fight happen between one monster and the other one. So yes, this is a must watch if you are a fan, and if you've never watched it actually. If you've watched it, a reminder to go back kama hauna idea of whatever you know, you feel like you do. Sasa unakanga hivi unashangaa, sasa nini ingine naweza watch? Go back to it. And if you never watched it, here is a suggestion of what you know you can watch.
What you know you need to watch. And again, you can get all these movies free from Gujara or Hura Watch or F01 or Showmax or Netflix, or you know, all these sites zenye wase who watch movie. And in case you know any other one that hatujai mention hapa, you can as well comment pale kwa comment section, just so watu wengi wa get kufanya nini kupatana nayo. And yes, those are the movies we had for today. White Men Can't Jump, Sweetwater, Air, and then Rumble 2021. So right about now, we are headed on a short commercial break. But remember, we have this amazing thriller that we are selling. Like I said before, it works for up to 10 hours once you charge. It's rechargeable, so si lazima uweke kwa socket. Unaona vile sometimes we tend to use our phones zikicharge. So hiyo ukishaweka tunaicharge mpaka 10 hours, mpaka ijae, you can use it for up to 10 hours, and it goes for 15,000 Kenya shillings. And in case you're wondering, all our items from the Smart Shopper zimekuwa imported from Germany, just so you are 100% sure. Unaona hata ukiangalia kwa the wordings are in German. So yeah, that tells you where exactly zimetoka. So guys, stay tuned, because we are coming back with that segment where we educate and motivate. Welcome to TAS Media Institute, the home of undiscovered talents. You will be trained by professionals who have a passion in what they do. Do not be left behind. Enroll now and become a pioneer of TAS Media Institute. We are located at Neema Plaza, 2nd floor along Kenyatta Highway in Thika Town. Life can sometimes take unexpected turns, and this family's story is no exception when a gas explosion completely changed the course of their living. Mr. Joseph Lual and his family have been forced to face unimaginable hardships, but even in this phase of adversity, they have managed to persevere with so much resilience. And as the saying goes, adversity introduces you to yourself. Let's get the story of Mr. Joseph and his family.
So welcome to the first episode of Brain Busters. My name is Mwangi Dominic. Tuko barabara ya MKU, tunauliza maswali tatanishi.
At TAS Media Institute, we let you discover your talent.
Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys? I go by the name Reynams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho unanipimia, na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love, show some love, but don't fake it too. Enda kumenya mawazo mako, nani anedera shire, utani waku.
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Rafiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida?
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm African Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.
Get informed on what is happening in our political scenes and people who are making headlines in different parts of the country and the world, right here at TAS TV. Join me, LAVIN NYAGOWA, as I bring to you weekly news highlights that are factual every Friday at 4 o'clock. See you then. Welcome back guys. In case you're joining us just now, remember this is Unfiltered. Na kama hauja watch tukianza, please songa nyuma kidogo, anzia hapo nyuma, and then kama hauja subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that every time we get to get this amazing program, uko hapo unapata notification just so you come and support us, senior. Anyways, tulisema when we come back, we are coming with that segment where we educate and we motivate, and it's time for books and authors. So the book that we're discussing today, or rather we are reviewing today, inaitwa Don't Forget Your Crown by Jan or Jen or depending on where you went to nursery school, ama ule mtu alikufundisha kizungu wa kwanza, what was the pronunciation alikufundisha? Anyway, so this book talks about, according to my understanding, I feel like it's a shift from how society view so many things and the expectation society inakuanga nayo about relationships, and sometimes they tend to give information that, you know, could be biased, but it's understanding because they are trying to support you as one of them. Sindio?
Yeah.
So get us to more. Let's understand a lot more.
Well,
yes.
Don't forget Your Crown by Derek Jan.
Yes. Jean.
Anyway, the way the title says itself, don't forget to wear your crown.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't know, Blunambiango, I don't know, some girls use shade on others. Wakisema, please watch your crown, it's slippery.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if you get it, you get it.
If
anyway, to the book. So if dating frustrates you, relationships have failed you, happily ever after eludes you, and having to start all over again scares you. But why? Why does all this, you know, scare you? So because your entire life you were taught to love everyone else, even your enemies. Love your neighbors you love. Love
yourself as you love your neighbor.
Yeah. And also that they no. But there's emphasis on also loving our enemies. So, but you were never taught to truly love yourself, you know, to give yourself love, to give yourself care. And so don't forget Your Crown puts the power in your hands to change that by bringing every aspect of relationship back to what the foundation should have been from the beginning. Self-love. Like, the foundation of you loving others should begin with you loving yourself first, so that you can be able to give that love. Because how are you giving something that you don't even know? You know, you can't go and teach biology or physics and you've never learned about biology or
physics,
or have the experience like being a scientist, or, you know, those things, you know. You can't go and teach people of something that you don't know of. So you have to start with it. You have to start with love from yourself. You love yourself, and then you can be able to love others. Yes. So this is not a bunch of so-called secrets to a man's heart. Remember, women, we love that. Or a guide to becoming chic magnets for men. This is a sift through society's unrealistic expectations, well-intended but understandably biased. You know, advice from your friends, pressure from your family, guilt from your imperfections, and pain from those who hurt you, so you can finally retrieve your crown and place it back where it belongs. So when Lavin is saying about society and understandably, you know, just them giving advice, sometimes you don't have to go by what worked for someone else. You know, you figure what works out for you. You know, sometimes society inakwanga, if you go this way, this is where it will lead you. It doesn't have to be that way. Remember, we don't all have, like, we don't all lead to the same destination. Our destinations are always different. So, you know, do whatever works for you. Figure out what works for you. Yeah, and you don't always have to take advice from everyone. You can listen and then filter and see. If it's
pick that which benefits you.
Yes. Ama works for you. Ama you feel resonates with you. Sometimes tunafanyanga vitu tutaki kufanya, you know. Yes. So you retrieve yourself from that and you put your crown back on you and in plain sight for the one meant for you. So where it belongs. On you and in plain sight for the one meant for you, so you can finally stop this recycle of hard-learned lessons and get on with the building of your empire with the love of your life. So you remember when we said about avoidance, there's this book we talked about where there's avoidant na kuna mwenye ana give too much. So you finally get to not be that. Don't be the one who's unafikiria ni kama anaenda, so you tend to give so much, kumbe you're just pushing them away. And then you, the avoidance, when you receive love, you feel like, apana,
this is too much.
This is too much. Or you see something and it doesn't resonate with you ama uko like hapana mimi hapa sikai.
Yeah.
No, unaweza ona kitu kadogo even then uko like hapana I'm not going to stay to get hurt. So you leave and you haven't even known where it will take you. So you avoid being all this and finally you meet the love of your life. But remember, the love starts with yourself. From you. That's where it first begins, and then you can continue. So if you want to figure out how to go about self-love when it comes to starting foundation for a relationship, this is one of the books to read.
Okay, so I also feel like this specific book is more or less not necessarily not necessarily teaching you how to get to the other person. It actually teaches you how to understand the opposite gender. By gender I mean if you're a girl, the man, if you're a man, the girls. So it teaches you, and then it's not also a book that really focuses on religious doctrines, because watu wengi wanajifunikanga under the crown the Bible says. You see, so it does not also teach you. And then also if you have to read this book, you have to understand that it's going to make you uncomfortable. Personally nimeanza kuisoma but then sijaenda sana, but it will it's honestly going to make you uncomfortable because it will challenge the beliefs that you have in your head, the things that you've always believed in, ama the things that you want to you want to do, ama you think they're supposed to be done vile wewe ndio unajua. Itakuchallenge in so many ways. So trust me, it's going to make you uncomfortable. Another thing, it's going to help you change your mindset about loving other things. You have to first love yourself to give love. Vile tu Hazel amesema. Choose you before you choose the other person. Love you before you love the other person. Love starts with you as a person. That is why nilikuwa ninasema sijui mbona nimeshindwa kukumbuka hiyo meme. But ninajua na nikikumbuka I will comment down pale kwa comment section where it talks about mothers have to first be happy before they make the entire family happy. They first have to take care of themselves before they start taking care of the other the whole family, because the moment atakuja hapo without loving herself ama feeling some type of way, the whole family is just going to feel sijui aje kwa sababu mami hayuko sawa, kwa sababu you as a person you're not okay. So you projecting that to the other person. That also counts the first story that we did about friends, family and all that, and how parents relate to their children. In the African society we look at things mzazi, baba amesema, mama amesema, and so I can't go the opposite way. And then also the strict parents. Sometimes being strict does not really help.
I think we should really learn to listen. Like kama yeye, honestly, you can tell the mom has never listened to her. So I mean, the way the mother has taught her to, the way mamake amekuwa kimongelesha is the way anajua anafaa kuwa anaongea. So when you listen to your children, they also learn to listen to you. So it's upon you to create that type of environment. Ni sawa, along the way you'll also meet people who will advise you on how to handle certain things. But then the way we say, Hazel alisema, make sure that whatever you're picking is something that resonates with you, something that at the end of the day, ni wewe itaenda kubenefit. Again, you're an adult. So we are all different.
And we are all different. And certain decisions have to come from you and not the other party. The other party is just there to make you feel okay. And especially if you find girl groups, I'm so sure Hazel akikuja niambie kitu, I will support her side of the story. Hata kama sijui ni nini is happening, but I will support her. You see, such kind of things. At the end of the day, also sit yourself down. Just get to learn from you first before you choose to learn from the other person. So I think it's a good book, and just choosing that. Tumesema vitabu mingi, but this one, just add it to your list.
I think we always pick kitu na feel imeniguza.
So inaweza kuwa imeniguza mimi na kumbe haijakuguza wewe. So among all the books we've discussed so far, please, tangu tuanze the Unfiltered, how many years ago?
A
whole year. Tulianza last year around 9th. That's when we shot our first ever pilot episode. So all the way we started recommending books from here time. So if you didn't watch that, kimbia pale and look for the first video and tell us how far by the way we've grown, because I feel to may grow sana.
Now I can insert, that kale ka pasta kadogo kanitango nani?
Victor.
when I walk outside, I'm handsome. I don't need anyone to tell me, you know.
Thank you so much for affirming that I am beautiful because I know.
Because
I know. But thanks for affirming.
Yeah, you know. But anyway, you should always walk with that confidence.
Exactly.
Anyway, now we are going to shift away from books and authors, and we're going to get into the educative, fun part where it is Q's and A's.
This is the episode where we get to jog our minds. Na vile sisi usema, we aim to educate and be educated. So ukiona sijui swali, please don't come for me. I am also learning just the way that you are learning.
Yes. We can't know it all, you know. We can't know it all. Okay, are you ready?
I don't know.
She'll say I was born ready.
I don't know. Hii part inachangamshanga mtu akili.
Umejichocha bana.
The siri ni usioverthink.
Mbona so umenikumbusha? Amoya yesterday follows today. Amoya yesterday follows today, and tomorrow is in the middle. What am I?
Ati, you're where yesterday?
Amoya yesterday follows today, and tomorrow is in the middle. What am I?
Today. Amwa yesterday follows today, and in and
nimeelewa.
I don't know. What's the answer?
You will never. What's dictionary? So like it's in the dictionary.
Wow.
Dictionary. Inafaa kwa dictionary ama dictionary. Dictionary. Where?
Msijali, Madam Teresa. Madam Teresa taught me, but the Maseno Girls is such a dope school. If you want your babies to speak good English, please stop over pale Maseno Girls boarding primary school.
Hapana, enda na mfuko.
What is a 7-letter word that contains thousands of letters? What is a 7-letter word that contains thousands of letters?
What's a 7-letter word?
Yeah.
Thousands.
That's your answer?
I think so.
No, the answer is mailbox. Mailbox has 7 letters, and then usuna watu wakituma mabarua and all that, so
oh wow,
thousands of.
Wow.
We aim to learn every day.
If I have it, I don't share it. If I share, I don't have it.
If I have it, I don't share. Knowledge.
Wait. Knowledge si bado inabaki.
Bado inabaki. Okay.
If I have it, I don't share.
Yeah.
If I share, I don't have it.
What? I don't know.
A secret.
Oh. Wow.
But see, okay, yeah, you don't have it. It's no longer a secret if you
It's no longer a secret. What jumps when it walks and sits when it stands?
What jumps?
When it walks and sits when it stands. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
What jumps?
That's how you know she's overthinking.
Is it a kangaroo?
Yes, it is. Ilikuwa guesswork.
No, ilikuwa guesswork. Like that's the first thing that came to mind. But then I was like, hebu angalia kangaroo, by the way you behave aje before ujibu hiyo swali. Okay. What goes to bed always with its shoes on?
What goes to bed always
with its shoes on? Sita nini nakuanga na shoes on? Hizi zingine zikuanga na shoes on?
What goes to bed always with its shoes on? Goes to bed.
Yeah.
Wacha nikwambie. Nimesha think to an extent all the answers that I'm thinking, they just feel to are wrong answers. A hint?
It doesn't necessarily, it's not an actual bed. When you say bed, it's like going to sleep.
See the head?
Aye. Jehovah. Head, how? It's the horse. A horse.
Okay.
Ng'ombe ikwangia na nini viatu? Ni horse peke yake.
Anyway, what is the end to which we all like to come? What is the end to which we all like to come?
What is the end of which we all like to come?
What is the end to which we all like to come?
The end.
One day we'll have to sit our director down so that tukijibu hizi maswali hata yeye ajibu. So we'll have another person.
He knows.
No,
already.
we'll have another person get the question.
Have
so
you
that
ever seen another person? Literally, any other person on a set tunapatanga kaa zote, right?
Yeah.
Which rarely happens.
Okay.
Ati-
Set questions on Monday, on like tomorrow, and then we have the show the following week on Tuesday.
We look for someone else to set them. Okay. So
what's the answer?
What
is the end to which we all like to come?
Finish?
No. The answer here. What's your final answer? Before
Why are you scaring me? So I'm like, I won't believe what the answer
let
is.
me tell you, Nikitu very weird.
Niambie tu.
The answer is dividend.
What?
Dividend.
What?
Yeah, that's the
Why?
answer. I also don't get why. I'm so against it.
I think it's because okay. Please enlighten us.
Let us know more. Tell us what
Mr.
you think.
Director, enlighten us. CC plus kila mtu kwa comment section.
Yeah.
Kwa hiyo swali. So people buy me to eat, but never eat me. What am I? Oh yeah.
People buy me
to eat, but never eat me. What am I?
What? Hint?
It's very easy.
Wallahi, it's not ringing anywhere close. People buy me to eat, but never eat me.
Don't overthink.
I'm already overthinking. So, people buy me to eat. What do we buy to eat?
But never eat.
And we don't eat.
What am I?
Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Probably I just know, but I can't think of it right now.
Plate.
But you also have spoons.
You know, like this one is plate, but I think ungesema pia spoon, ningeagree. But you know, there are people like Muslims who don't
use spoons. Okay,
yeah.
I get it. What type of dress can never be worn?
Dress code.
What type of dress can never be worn?
Can never be worn. Doesn't matter dress code.
A dress.
Huh?
A dress. Address, yeah.
Address.
Address.
Sita dress code wezi iva ni dress code.
Dress.
Anyway,
guys, but then whatever is happening here, we have not seen these questions. That's why sometimes we hang and sometimes we get to overthink a lot. But at the end of the day, we get to understand something. So we normally say, make sure that you take something home, something that resonates with you, something that benefits you as an individual.
Yes.
Yeah, but in general, I've really had such a good time. It was such a nice way to just have our anniversary. What do you think?
Yes. Yeah, it was actually. Kama kawaida, we bring the show, you know.
We take it easy, just to call the way we are having it,
chilled.
The way we are taking it, chilled, educative, fun, entertaining, all those things in one plate. That is what Unfiltered serves. So
yes, and thank you very, very, very much for those who have been supporting us since the beginning.
Yeah.
And those who have continued to support us when yamekuja katikati, when you saizi wana join, you know. Tuko na so many episodes, you can go back and watch them.
Watch them.
Yeah, and see, you know, how we've grown up, how we've other stories, other questions that are so challenging, you know. Other books that you probably missed to, you know, have a review hapo.
Yes.
So yeah, so don't, you know, you can still support us in just going back. Even with other shows that are there, you can still go. But there are numerous shows, and they are amazing shows. So you are entertained here on TAS TV. So
full time.
Full time.
We have something for you guys.
Yes.
So like we always say, let's meet same time, same place next week. I am LAVIN NYAGOWA.
And I'm HAZEL NJERU.
Bye.
Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys? I go by the name Reynams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho unanipimia, na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love but don't fake it too. Enda kumenya mawazo mako nani anedera shire utani wako
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm African Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.